While another Clark County school is dealing with teacher and staff shortages, it was Gibson Elementary yesterday, SECTA on Friday, and now today, Monaco Middle School.
Fox 5's Shauna Kalafi spoke to CCEA today about the impasse with CCSD.
Clark County teachers rallying once again this afternoon, demanding better pay as negotiations continue between the district and the union for a new teacher salary contract. This happening at the same time that another Valley school was impacted today by a large number of teacher absences.
The message from the governor was loud and clear. This has gone on long enough and it needs to end.
The Clark County Education Association and the school district now planning to get back to the negotiation table after both meeting with Governor Joe Lombardo last week.
The governor wasn't playing mediator. We clearly didn't ask him to come in and play that role, but he made it very, very apparent that, students come first and we need to find resolution in this contract dispute.
The governor's office shared a statement Wednesday saying in part, quote, in their meetings, Governor Lombardo encouraged both parties to continue negotiations to find a resolution in the best interest of our students and teachers.
I think the conversation was sobering. I think both for CCEA and CCSD.
CCEA Chief Negotiator John Velardita says the union and district are still scheduling dates to meet next week, hoping to make progress and possibly reach an agreement on a teacher salary contract. For 3 school days in a row now, a large number of teachers have called out at schools in the Valley. Friday, classes were affected at SECTA, then classes canceled at Gibson Elementary on Tuesday due to teacher callouts, which the union says it was not involved with. Now on Wednesday at Monaco Middle School, classes have also been affected by a large number of teacher absences. After failing to reach a contract agreement with the district last month, the CCEA had announced members would be taking work action, refusing to work past their contracted 7-hour, 11-minute school days. Velardita says it's up to the teachers if they choose to work those extra hours unpaid, but if they are pressured to do so, the union will still file a complaint on their behalf. Now, the union has responded with the same statement to all 3 of these instances of schools being impacted by teacher absences just within the last week. The CCEA statement says, quote, CCEA has no knowledge of what you're inquiring about, nor is what you are describing associated in any way with CCEA actions now or in the future. And we will keep you updated as this process of negotiations between the district and the union is set to continue. Reporting from Maryland and Silverado Ranch, Shauna Kalafi, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.